So this girlfriend not your daughter? Okay. Have you contacted your parents?
That's Alyssa Zinger, a former grocery store bakery worker sitting in a holding area with her teenage boyfriend. The problem? She was 21 and the boy was 13.
They have to do their job.
Are you rolling?
It's their job to do.
We'll explain everything that's going on in a minute. Okay, you'll understand.
I know what they want. They want pictures of her room to see the walls and see, say, oh, this is the room she did again, and that's it.
Do you have anything on you?
Zinger faces a number of sex crimes charges. I have the body camera videos not seen until now. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. I've told you about Alyssa Zinger a couple of times. She faces serious charges in Tampa, Florida. She's accused of posing as a homeschooled 14-year-old girl so she could have sex with 5 boys who were either 13 or 14 years old. The investigation started more than a year ago in October of 2023. Tampa police said they got a tip that Zinger was having an inappropriate relationship with a boy. A police report said Zinger sent 2 videos of 2 teens, a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old, having sex to other people on Snapchat. The 13-year-old boy told police that he met Zinger on Snapchat. His name is redacted from the document. He said he was on Snapchat when he was 13 years old. He stated the defendant engaged him in a conversation on the social media platform, which was how they primarily communicated through their relationship. He stated they met at the end of May 2023 and dated through the middle of September 2023. The boy stated he believed she was approximately 14 years old and homeschooled. However, he stated she physically seemed older than her age. The boy mentioned an incident back in July where he and the defendant were detained in a store at International Plaza for theft. During that incident, they couldn't locate her information, but did for a 21-year-old female. He disclosed that he and the defendant had been physically intimate, alluding to a sexual relationship. So the boy mentioned that incident in July where he and Alyssa Zinger had been detained at a Nordstrom store for shoplifting. The boy described how he took things from the store. Then the officer spoke to Alyssa Zinger.
So this girlfriend not your daughter? Okay. Have you contacted your parents?
Yeah, but I can't get a hold of her word.
Okay. Well, I gotta try to contact them. Because how old are you? 14. Yeah, so unless they tell me that I can release them, which I'm sure they will, but
You read my text.
For legality purposes, I mean, if you want to reach out to him just so I could speak with him, just obviously, it's going to come with liability to me if anything was to happen.
My parents know I'm with him, so.
I understand that. But for my job and my purposes, I need to confirm that because you're a juvenile. So once your parents tell me that they're okay with you going with them, perfectly fine. Okay? Straight to voicemail.
I want to tell you about Upside. It's a free app that gets you cash back on things like gas, groceries, and restaurants. This is real cash back, money that appears in your Upside app that you can transfer straight into your bank account. I used Upside when I went to Dunkin' Donuts for a cup of tea. I claimed an offer for Dunkin' on the app, paid as usual using a card, and followed the steps and got cash back. It's very easy. You can also use Upside at places like Shell, Exxon, 7-Eleven, Taco Bell, and that's just to name a few. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside or scan the QR code on your screen and use the promo code CRIMEFIX to get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's promo code CRIMEFIX for extra cash back. The officer then takes Alyssa Zinger's name, date of birth, address, and her parents' name, but he can't reach Alyssa Zinger's parents. But the officer asks Alyssa Zinger an interesting question about whether she has a half-sister.
You have a sister named Alyssa?
Yeah, a half-sister.
A half-sister?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have the same middle name, I'm assuming?
I don't have anyone else my dad. My parents know I'm with him.
So I'm going to document that you're going home with them.
Okay.
I tried to get in contact with your parents. You made efforts. So, like I said, it's just for liability reasons. So you're Alyssa. What's your middle name?
I'm just Alyssa Zinger.
Just Alyssa Zinger? Okay. All right.
But, my mom was already going to come pick me up at his house later anyway. My stuff's there, so.
So a 21-year-old named Alyssa Zinger came up in the system when the officer looked up the name, and Alyssa Zinger told the officer, "That's my half-sister, same name." And the officer believed her. Eventually, the officer allowed Zinger to go home with the teenage boy and his dad.
All right. So let's say you're gonna go home with. Do you have any questions? No? We're not gonna do this again? Sure? Dad told me you make money. And you could have spent $100. Right? Alright, man, this is one shot. You get one shot to do this program. After this, there's no more. So let's just make smart choices, okay? Alright, sir. Take care.
So back to the investigation about Alyssa Zinger. In October 2023, as I mentioned, Tampa police received the tip about Zinger allegedly circulating the video of the boy having sex with a teenage girl. On November 24th of last year, Tampa police went to Alyssa Zinger's parents' home to seize her cell phone.
Yes, the detective said nobody can go in the house.
Okay.
So
that's weird because I talked to my lawyer and he says you guys aren't under arrest. You guys aren't.
There's a search warrant for that. She told me she got a search warrant and nobody's allowed in the house.
For the phone or for my home?
Nobody's allowed in the house.
Who is in the house, so that
Right. So that's why I came over because I know it's your house, but we can't let you go in the house.
We've been like he knows completely 100% cooperative in every way, shape, or form. But we want to make sure that you guys are doing the right thing too.
No, absolutely.
And first off,
and we have body cameras, so
right. And first off,
your lawyer can request anything.
Perfect. And first off, like I said, we've from the get-go been doing nothing but being 100% cooperative.
Right, but the detective called me and said they're on the way to you. No. They cannot go in the house.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
police wouldn't allow Zinger's parents to enter the home until a detective arrived with a warrant.
We're not in the chase. We're not running, so.
But that's where we're at. I know it sucks.
No, this situation sucks. Me not going in my home right now, that's the least of my worries. I got a beautiful young daughter that's in a, this shouldn't be happening. She's got a lot of problems and mental issues and stuff, and it just sucks that, I don't know if you have kids, but...
Yeah, we have 2 kids. I have 2 kids, yeah.
You can imagine...
I'm sorry to hear that, by the way.
Well, I mean, she got messed up with the wrong kid. Even though he's a lot younger, he is, put it this way, my daughter, my wife works for the federal government, 38 years, never been in trouble in her life, not a single thing. My daughter, the same thing. Me, stupid little shit when I was a kid. But we're good, honest people, hardworking people, and she just she'd never been in trouble in her life or nothing, but she met a kid, and even though he's young, that's why we're in this situation, she never been in trouble in her life until she was 30 with him. And this kid's like insane.
Alyssa Zinger's father claims the teenage boy he's referring to fired a gun at people near a river, and he suggests that despite his daughter being older, the teen boy was a bad influence on her.
Like I said, my daughter's never been in trouble in her life. This kid is 14 years old. He's got girls at his house videotaping them, making porn at 14 and shit. And my daughter's 21 or 22. She was a virgin until she was 21. We got this kid being a freaking, this unbelievable.
I don't know the details or anything.
I know. I'm just what's the gist of it. And, it sucks. It's horrible.
Absolutely. I'm sure it's a terrible situation.
The detective went into the home to seize the phone. The video is blurred once inside, and the phone appeared to be out of battery.
I think it looks like it has airplane mode on, I think. Go up, I think. No, yeah. The red one. What is that? Oh, is that the the portrait thing? Oh, never mind.
So I don't know. All right, well.
And I'll look at both Dad in the eye. I do not know her passcode.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not trying.
You guys are gonna get into it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get into it.
We give you every right and want you to, do what you have to do.
But we're service, and then I was trying to see what, because if Wi-Fi calling isn't enabled, like if Wi-Fi calling's enabled, then I could call it while it's on the Wi-Fi. But I was trying to get that screen and I couldn't. So when I went to set, there should be I don't know how to get to her settings.
And if she would have been able to bail it out a little quicker, we were hoping she would have came on with us.
But you're pretty sure this is hers? Or you know this is hers?
That's her phone.
Because you both have your phones?
Yes.
Okay, so this is hers?
Yes, and I'll tell you what. We are, whatever you need, from the beginning,
I'm calling someone.
you have our word. We're not,
Right.
you know, from the beginning, from Mike to now,
Right.
we've been nothing but honest, truthful, and helpful in every situation.
So like you can do Wi-Fi callings, but it's like a certain settings in your phones, but I couldn't figure out how to get to the settings to see
She's
who's on.
never, ever in her life let us have any.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, we're not trying to, like our mom is the content phone, but I'm not trying to go through it or anything.
It
Just
sucks
wanted to verify with her
that
phone.
this is happening, and you know, but I hope she was smart enough to not have anything stupid.
Well, I appreciate you letting us come in here. Well, following us in here, I guess.
We let you in here because you know what my lawyer really said. I don't know if he is right. Because you know Daniel Fernandez.
I mean, I don't know.
He said they don't. You guys aren't in trouble.
Right.
So why are they trying to hold? You can leave and do whatever.
Yeah,
you could go frickin' to Tallahassee right now. So, but I said, Mr. Fernandez, we want to help these people.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight with them. We want to work with them. We want you, like I told you, in a car.
You're good.
Now, police said at the time that they initially charged Alyssa Zinger with having sex with one teenage boy that they believed there were more victims. The state attorney filed additional charges against her earlier this year, bringing the total number of alleged victims in the case to 5. In January of this year, Tampa police returned to the Zinger home with another search warrant, this time to take photos of Alyssa Zinger's bedroom. Zinger was there with her parents and said very little.
They have to do their job.
Are you rolling?
It's their job to do.
We'll explain everything that's going on in a minute, okay? You'll understand.
I know what they want. They want pictures of her room to see the walls and see you say, oh, this is the room she did again, and that's it.
No, it's
Do you have anything on you? Phones, tablets, anything?
I have my.
no weapons or anything like that.
Absolutely.
No weapons. No. Perfect. I appreciate
We're
it.
not going to do something.
You know, once again, this is something procedural. If there were, like any additional charges or anything like that, we would have communicated that with your attorney, and your attorney would get in contact with you guys, to make those kind of arrangements. We want everything to be as civil as possible. Whenever it comes to executing residential search warrants, that's something that they're not privy to with that information. And that's something that we have to execute in, a capacity of maintaining the integrity of the investigation. Okay. So we're not trying to scare you or anything like that. And this morning, like I said, we were talking a moment ago, that is all procedural. Trust me. It's a headache for us to put all that together too, whenever we know that it's nothing that's probably going to be needed. But because historically
It's just a simple call when we said, hey.
I know, but they won't let us do that.
You guys might do that. Other people, not so much.
We have those
So,
0.01% times where we think everything is going to go swimmingly, and unfortunately somebody comes out with something violent. So that's why they have us do things a certain way.
The police officer explained to Zinger and her family what they were going to do.
Our crime detection, whenever she gets here, we're going to go through the house and we'll take pictures and document and stuff like that. And she'll also get a copy of, or she'll get a copy of the search warrant to take pictures and document of too, which I'll go ahead and just kind of review this with you now, okay? So, just so you know that it is something that is valid and signed by a judge, okay? So it says, whereas complaint on oath and in writing, supported by affidavit, has been made before me, Judge Thomas Palermo, in Anfort, Hillsborough County, Florida, by Amanda Baranowski. That would be me, the affiant of the Tampa Police Department, who states, okay, it says that your affiant has reason to believe and does believe certain residents of Alyssa Ann Zinger, which would be you, located in Hillsborough County, Florida, described as follows to wit, the residents of Alyssa Ann Zinger at 1714 West 4 Drive, okay, which is, the color, I guess, could be debatable as far as what you exactly would want to describe it as, but olive green with brown trim or brown with brown trim. The residence is located on the south side of West 4 Drive and is facing north. The defendant's parents identified, and the address of the residence is the premise where the defendant occupies, lives, and has access to. And there is now being kept in on said residence certain evidence to wit, okay, and the scope of the search in this is for a device, okay.
Zinger's father did most of the talking, and once inside the home, the video is blurred again. Zinger's father had a question for the officers about how they were documenting their work.
The last time you guys did this, we were able to at least have one person come with you, why is that difficult? Like,
It's technically, this house is ours now. We have a search warrant, it's ours.
But
So
we did do this, she signed.
if she wants to allow that, it's up to her. This is her case, she's the case
The
agent.
main thing is, like, as long as you're all together with the camera, you know, that's.
I can tell you we're not going to be tearing the house apart.
No, but what I'm saying is, I just want it on camera what you're doing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just for our, like, not 3 in this room, 2 in that room, 5, you know, doing this and that. You go together, you do whatever you got to do, I give you 100%, you know, you're going to do it anyway, but you have our, you know,
I can't guarantee that that's the way it's going to be. Like, we don't normally record, you know, every single motion. We have the body camera here, obviously, he's going to record what he can, but we're also not going to be here till 3 in the morning because we have to let one person record everything we're doing. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a compromise there, but I mean, next time I ask that you guys maybe tidy up a little bit more and maybe get rid of some of the clutter. I'm joking. This house is the most uncluttered house I've ever seen in my life.
I was going to say, well, wait till you see my closet.
There's nothing in this house. There's not a picture up on the wall. There's not like a set of keys on it. Like, I mean, there's nothing.
I know, we try to keep it.
It's a model home.
At one point, Alyssa Zinger's father becomes emotional. He tells the officers that what's happened with his daughter's arrest has actually brought her closer to them.
And I can say one good thing that's come out of this, we got our family home. You know, we finally got our daughter back where she lays with us and watches TV. She hangs up with us now, but she won't have a phone ever again. When they came in to look for that phone, there was an iPad and a phone on the table. I looked at it and she goes, "Is that the phone?" I said, "I do believe so." I say, "This is her phone here." Ha ha ha. No. I handed her the phone and said, "I do believe it." And I even said, if you watch the body cam, I said, "What model is this? I'm not sure." I got like a freaking 8, you know? So she took the phone, and that's that. Now, I wasn't trying to be manipulative. And anyway, in fact, tell you this. If someone's trying to hide something, the phone was dead. I said, "You want to take your phone and leave?" And so I could have said if I was not trying to work with you people. But what did I say? I bet you watched the cam. I said, "Ma'am, there's a charger right there. Go ahead and charge the phone."
So like I said,
I'm just telling you.
making a statement that the phone.
I just want to let you know we're being transparent.
As police continue their search of the house, Alyssa Zinger becomes concerned that photos might be posted online.
Are they gonna like post these pictures though?
They don't post your pictures. This is for their investigation.
Okay, well.
There's nothing to be anybody's
That's my
business.
stuff, yeah.
That's nobody's business. They just got to do their job. They got to take pictures of what they need to do. And I think you guys should leave.
I can't.
Well, I mean,
They've surrounded the whole car. Like I literally can't.
I don't think they meant it like that.
Well, there's 5 cars, so how do I back out? No, I can't even go in the hot tub. My back hurts. And I can't be closed.
Did they hear a collapse? They all.
What, in her bedroom they do that? They
They're
do
all
that?
broken, and that's heavy.
I think their main focus is her room.
Gonna collapse.
Yeah, they hear about my room, not that.
That's what they're worried about.
Yeah.
Hey, they're doing their job. That's all they can do. They're going to do their job. Bless you.
So Alyssa Zinger's father told her and her mother they should leave, but they didn't think they could because they were blocked in by cruisers. At one point, Alyssa Zinger seems annoyed that police didn't call before showing up and that so many officers showed up to execute the warrant.
They're acting like I'm a murderer.
They got to protect. Hey, they don't know who is here. They got to protect themselves. This is a crazy world. People are mental. They got issues. There's men probably out there that would do something stupid. You know what I mean? They got to protect themselves. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy people out there. So, and a lot of people don't like police. You know? But that's not us. And like I said, we back you guys 100%. That's for sure. We have friends. And
Yeah, you're friends with a lot of police. But
I have a lot of friends that are police, and we firefighters, and that's we We need you.
About 10 minutes later, the Zingers discussed again how they wish they had had a heads up about the warrant being executed.
Being respectful of our stuff. This isn't ripping your house apart, destroy your home, smash all your windows, and flash bangs, and I just wish they would have called us and said, hey, or called our attorney and said, hey, we'd like to, okay, come on in.
At times, Alyssa Zinger and her mom appeared frustrated by how long the search was taking. Alyssa Zinger would look inside the house, but eventually she leaves. Zinger has actually been in the Hillsborough County Jail since April after additional charges were filed and a judge said she will stay in jail until her trial. The 13-year-old boy told police last year, through their relationship, they engaged each other sexually approximately 30 times. Sexual activity was the most apparent thing for her. It was known by everyone that that was what she wanted. The first time they had sex, he wasn't expecting it to happen so quickly, but after it was a pretty normal occurrence. The 13-year-old boy also described how Zinger behaved at times. She gets aggressive when she is upset and has tried to get physical with him in the past. She will throw things, try to fight him, etc. She doesn't really think before she does something. She also has a crazy ego when she is mad. She talks like she is invincible and no one can stop her. The defendant thinks she has all of the power in the world and threatened to have him jumped by high schoolers. When he threatened to break up with her, there will be instant texting, crying, screaming that she hates him, etc. After, she will be apologizing to him. She is all over the place and never in control. The relationship was stressful. It was ruining his grades, making his life hard, etc. He couldn't escape it. She was always trying to talk to someone and has dated 4 kids at his school to try and make him mad. She always tries to be in everyone's business, especially his. The teenage boy also told police about Zinger possibly having mental health issues. Regarding the mental health stuff mentioned with her family, he stated that when the defendant leaked the video of him, he learned that immediately after, they took her to a mental hospital to have an exam. He feels she definitely has something going on. The defendant and her parents told him this. She told him that it was his fault that she was there. He and the defendant got physical when he saw her take the video of his phone. Zinger has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Her trial date has not yet been set, but she'll be back in court next month. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.